Hello everyone and welcome back to another day of CONTEXTO. This daily thing of uploading every day is proving harder than I thought. I think to make this easier for myself and more likely to do it every day, I'm going to cut myself off at 30 minutes. What are we going to start with? Well, I went to a wedding this weekend, so let's try wedding. Not bad, not bad. Let's try dance. Bad. Relationship. Okay, wrong direction. Wedding could be something else completely. So let's try the join. Even worse, but closer than relationship and dance. So it's not like the celebrating of a wedding sense. It's more like formal. Let's try formal. I do feel like relationship and dance would be higher for formal, but let's see which direction we're in. And that's the lowest possible. Okay, we need to get wedding out of our head and we need to guess something completely random. Let's go with a tree. 8. Oh my gosh, we might get this in 10. See, this is going to be hard to narrow it down. I have to guess smart guesses. Let's try and get this on the 10th guess exactly. So, we have 3 guesses that we can use before we have to make our full guess. Okay, tree. What's a synonym for a tree? Or where would you hear trees a lot? If you're talking about branches, a tree branch. If you're talking about forests. If you're talking about tree houses. Could be also common just in articles and things mentioning like plants and trees. But I think the smartest guess is branch. So let's see if it's the right direction. 202, okay. No. Close, but not really. Why is branch that much further than tree? When do you talk about trees, but not really about branches? I don't think it's like an aspect of a tree, but I think you need at least 2 words in the top 50 to get a pretty good idea of what you're trying to guess. I don't think it's like bark. What if it's something like wood? 56. Okay, it is wood, so it's not like a family tree or like a metaphorical tree. Tree, wood, branch. So it's getting further away from tree. See, I don't think it's roots, because if it's roots, then I don't think tree would be that high, or wood, or branch. It might be a specific type of tree. Could be something like a pine tree. I want to try pine. 14. Those were 3 pretty good guesses, I'm not going to lie. But now this is our 10th guess. We have to actually guess. I'm conflicted whether it's a specific type of tree or a word like a forest. If it was a forest, I think tree would be higher. But if it was a very specific type of tree, I don't think pine would be that high. I feel like the word forest could make sense because I'm pretty sure pine forest is quite common. The words between like 7 and 12, like the numbers, are so misleading because they can be so close, but also so far. If it was forest, wood would be higher, I feel, and tree would be higher. Surely the next related word to forest is like a tree. I guess it's not. It would be animals, it would be plants, it will be... Okay, you know what? I'm getting a lot of forest vibes. Let's just go with the gut. $26. Damn it! Okay, now the goal is to finish it in half an hour and stop overthinking it. Tree. Let's go with a plant. 32. Lower than tree. Maybe it's another type of tree. Let's try a redwood. I'm guessing American words just because I think this game's American. 259. It's even lower than wood. Got a baobab. That low down. What? Maybe it's a leaf? No? Okay. We're going worse now. When we're not thinking, we do badly. What about a sycamore? 30. Oh, if I lose this because I don't know enough trees. An oak? 20. Oh. 10 minutes until I hit 30 minutes. So at 25 minutes, I'm going to use a hint. What about maple? 64. I'm thinking like the bark of a tree, but the trees wouldn't be so specific. What if it's like lumber? No. The worst part about this is I honestly don't know what else to guess. It's like I want to guess lots of words, but I don't know what else to guess. Everything I think of is like stupid. Because the trees I feel like are quite diverse, I don't know if it is a specific tree. I think I'm going to have to use a hint. I can't think of any other trees. I'm using one. I'm going to lose my mind if I don't. Grove. No, it's not a specific tree. Grove. A pasture. A pasture doesn't have trees. A pasture is more like grass, isn't it? Wait, is grove a type of tree? Grove tree. I actually don't know what this word means. So we are going to cheat by looking up what this word means. A grove is a collection of trees. I thought forest would be higher. Okay, a place where there's lots, it's like a collection of trees. I want to say pond, but then oak wouldn't be that high. It has to be like a collection where there's big trees, like trees that like an oak tree. It's been over 30 minutes, so I'm going to have to get another hint and see if I can get it. Farm. I was going to guess farm, man. There's no real synonyms for farm. Farm is like its own thing. This is a real tough one. Really tough one. I honestly don't think I'm going to get it. It's like I know that my brain is not going to find that thought loop. Let me try another hint. Let's see what the third word is. It's a garden. When I saw farm, I thought of garden, but then I was like, it doesn't make sense to be, why would garden be so high and then oak? Like how many people have like oaks and like forest, why is it that high? So garden is that. What if it is like a park? 38? I can't think of a word where tree is so high. It's like a farm for trees. Like a nursery, but I don't think it would be a nursery. I don't think pine would be that high, or forest. Someone like private property, or like someone's personal outside. Like someone's personal collection of trees. I'm going to try nursery just for the lols. Lol. Let's think about it like an article. If someone's writing an article and they mention the word farm and garden and a grove, they're mentioning, and like trees, they're describing like, okay, I spent too long here, I give up. An orchard or orchid? I think it's an orchard. Yeah, it's an orchard, which is someone's personal collection of trees.